today's show. This is The Phil, where we talk about important philosophical questions. I'm Catherine.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Megan.
Today we are discussing what philosophy is, and we will start with Catherine.
My part of the discussion is really focusing on going all the way back to our just historic background in philosophy with Plato. Now, Plato's mentor was Socrates. Socrates doesn't have his own literature, but everything Plato discusses is based on Socrates' teaching. Now, Plato had many different illustrations and discussions that we have based our entire study of philosophy on. The major one I would say is the allegory of the cave. Allegory of the cave. Plato discusses how these prisoners have been raised inside the cave their entire lives and only know reality as the shadows reflected from the outside of the cave through the sun onto the cave walls. Plato discusses how our idea of relative reality and how we only know what we've been raised to see is our philosophy of life. And what we have to do is break free of those chains and understand knowledge and go out into the world and see the actual things, touch the tangible, interest, and understand knowledge to its fullest.
Okay.
Katie.
Okay, so today I'm going to talk about Bell Hooks, and she is a modern day teacher. She actually wrote a novel called Teaching to Transgress. But her way of teaching is actually needs to be adopted in classrooms all around the world because, I mean, we do need to quit seeing things for, reading a book by its cover. Like I said, we need to see things for what they really are and not conforming to other people's way of thinking.
Exactly. I think she actually used a form of Socratic method in questioning her students, and in that classroom setting she was discussing how she wanted it to be where students felt free to debate, felt free to voice their own opinions, and just let go of any sort of biases that they had previously.
Right. To focus on the internal and finding answers to questions that you go out and seek. Hooks really focuses on how we as society tend to judge people by the outside and not, how they look, how they actually are, judging a book by its cover, if you will. Right.
Why do you need anyone to tell you how you ought to live? And in Daniel Quinn's book, Ishmael, the ongoing theme is internal reflection and perspective. And for Quinn, its perception is internal. You have to look inside yourself for answers. You can't ask you or you what you think the answers are, because both of you could be lying to me, and I have to figure things out by myself.
That's perfect, and that's also one of the examples that is such a philosophical cornerstone is the concept of the great deceiver.
Right.
And so a lot of it is internal and external. In ending our show today, I think we can all agree that there's no true definition of philosophy. We have to understand that the only true definition is the pursuit of greater knowledge past our human perception. Don't you all agree?
Yeah, exactly. And human perception is what we have to overcome.
Exactly.
Okay, well, that about wraps it up for us today. So thank you for joining us on The Phil. You've just been filled.
This is The Phil, where we talk about important philosophical questions. I'm Catherine.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Megan.
Today's segment, we will...
Shit. I was just so interesting about this novel, Ishmael, by Quinn Hooks.
By Bell Hooks, that pretty much sums up her whole argument. It says, home is the place where I was forced to conform to someone else's image of who and what I should be. School was the place where I could forget that self. Shit. Alright, take 15.
This is The Phil. I'm Catherine.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Megan.
I already said that. This is The Phil. Phil, where we talk about important philosophical questions. I'm Catherine.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Megan.
Today's segment, we will shit.
I was doing so.
Please tell me you're not recording yet. You're recording. Okay. This is awkward. And I really want to be done with this project so I can go see my honey.